A dead bedroom doesn't always mean no sex at all. For most guys, it looks something like this. You're still in love with her and you find her attractive and you still reach for her, or you did until rejections started to feel too heavy and maybe you stopped reaching. And she's just not there. She loves you, at least she says she does. She's not unhappy, at least that's what she tells you, but she just doesn't want sex. She's tired, she's stressed, she's not in the mood. And it's been weeks, maybe months, maybe longer, and you can't remember the last time that it really felt fiery and mutual. And you've probably gone through a mental loop trying to figure out what happened. You wonder if you're not attractive enough anymore. You wonder if she's lost interest in sex in general, or if it's just specifically you. And you wonder if maybe you did something wrong. And you wonder if this is just what long-term relationships become. And you wonder if this is just how it is now. I want to give you a different frame today because in my almost 2 decades of working with men and women on exactly this issue, I found that the dead bedroom almost always has a specific diagnosable cause. It is not mysterious. It is not random. It is not like low libido or incompatibility. It's what I call polarity drain. And there are 3 specific signals that tell you exactly which dynamic caused it. Once you know which signal you are seeing, you know exactly where to focus. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the polarity drain diagnosis. 3 signals, what each one looks like in her behavior, what it is telling you about what went missing, and the specific masculine energies that restore each one. And then I'm going to show you something that most men never get told. The solution is not a new technique, it is not a romantic gesture, and it is definitely not more effort. It is something much more specific than that. So stay with me all the way through. This one really matters. Before we get into the 3 signals, I need to explain what polarity drain actually is, because without understanding this, the diagnosis will not make sense. Sexual desire between a man and a woman is not just chemistry. It is not just attraction. At the deepest level, it is polarity, the energetic difference between masculine and feminine. Now, think of it like magnets. You have a North Pole and a South Pole, and they're drawn towards each other. If you put 2 North Poles together, they're going to push each other away. Now, that charge that creates attraction is not similarity. It's not 2 North Poles. It is the difference. So in a relationship, that magnetic charge comes from a man being grounded in his masculine energy and a woman being free to move in her feminine energy. When that difference is alive, desire flows naturally. She feels the pull of a man who has his own center, his own direction, his own fire, and her body responds to that with openness and desire. Polarity drain is what happens when that charge fades, when the energetic difference between you collapses. And here's the critical thing to understand. Polarity drain almost never happens because something dramatic went wrong. It does not usually happen because of a big fight or like a betrayal or a sudden change in attraction. It happens slowly, quietly, through 1,000 small daily adjustments that seem reasonable in isolation. You stop teasing her because the relationship is more serious now. And you stop leading because you want to be an equal partner. And you start managing her emotions because, you do not want conflict. And you stop expressing your desire directly because you do not want to pressure her. You prioritize keeping the peace over bringing your full self. Each one of those choices made sense in that moment. None of them felt like giving up your masculine energy, but cumulatively over time, they produce a man that she lives with who no longer creates a distinct energetic charge in the space between you. And when there is no charge, there is no pull. And when there's no pull, there's no desire. That is polarity drain. And now let me show you the 3 signals that tell you exactly how it is showing up in your relationship. Every woman gives off behavioral signals when one of the 3 core things she needs from her man has gone missing. Once you know the signals, you will recognize them immediately. And more importantly, you will stop taking them personally and start reading them more accurately. The three things she needs to feel are safe, seen, and stirred. Each one, when it is missing, produces a distinct behavioral pattern. That pattern is your diagnostic signal. Signal 1, safe, gone cold. Safe is her sense that she can relax in your presence, that you are the grounded, steady, unshakable force in the relationship, that she does not have to manage you, carry you, or brace herself for your reaction to things. When safe drains out, you will see her become controlling, testing, anxious. She starts managing everything more because she cannot feel you holding the container. She picks at small things. She criticizes your decisions. She second guesses your leadership. She may become more emotionally reactive because without the sense of a grounded masculine presence to regulate against, her nervous system is doing the job alone. She's more easily overwhelmed because she does not have your steadiness to lean against. In the bedroom specifically, safe going cold produces physical tension. Her body does not open because it does not feel safe enough to surrender. Now, it's not physical safety in terms of are you strong enough to protect her? It's whether or not you are grounded in yourself. And she may go through the motions, but she's never fully there. Or she refuses more often than not because the vulnerability of sex requires a level of safety that she's not really feeling from you. Now, men typically respond to signal 1 by trying harder, to be more agreeable, to avoid conflict, to give her whatever she seems to want. But that response makes it worse because it signals that there is no mountain, no spine in the room. She was testing for structure and she found none. The signal is she is controlling, anxious, or emotionally volatile. The message underneath, it is she cannot feel your ground. Signal 2, seen, gone dark. Seen is her sense that you genuinely perceive her, not just her surface, not just her role like in the household, but her inner life, her emotions, the things that she has not yet said out loud, the quality of your attention that tells her she is real to you and not just a presence in your life. When seen drains out, she emotionally withdraws. She stops sharing. She stops trying to get your attention because she has learned, consciously or not, that it does not land in the way that makes her feel met. She goes quiet, where she used to talk. She becomes more self-contained, more independent in the way that feels cold rather than confident. She may say things like, I just feel alone, or you don't really know me, or I feel like I'm talking to a wall. Or maybe she says nothing at all, which is sometimes the louder signal. Now in the bedroom, seen, gone dark produces a specific kind of disconnection. She's physically present, but emotionally absent. She goes through the motions without being truly in it. Sex starts to feel functional rather than intimate because the emotional channel that connects you is blocked. Men typically respond to signal number 2 by doing more things for her, planning dates, buying gifts, trying to show love through action. But the signal is not asking for more action. It is asking for more presence, more genuine attunement, more of the quality of attention that makes her feel actually perceived. Now, the signal is she has gone emotionally quiet, withdrawn, or distant. The message underneath it is she cannot feel herself in your attention. Signal 3, stirred, gone flat. Stirred is the electric charge, the spark, the sense that underneath all the warmth and safety and partnership, there's still a man with fire inside of himself who desires her, not as just a partner in logistics, but as a woman that he wants. When stirred drains out, this is the signal that produces the dead bedroom most directly. She does not fight. She does not withdraw. She just goes flat. She's not angry. She's not sad. She loves you. She really does. But the sexual part of her has gone dormant because there is nothing igniting it. She stops initiating entirely. When you initiate, she is often willing, but not particularly engaged. She says she loves you and that things are fine, but something is missing and she cannot quite name it. Sometimes she says she does not know what's wrong with her, that she is just not as sexual as she used to be. She might start more drama than seems rational, picking small fights, poking at things that don't really seem worth fighting about. And this is actually the nervous system in her trying to generate friction because there's no polarity. She is creating tension because she cannot feel yours. She may also become more aware of other men in ways that confuse or maybe even hurt you. And this is not necessarily about those other guys. It is her body looking for evidence that the charge still exists somewhere, that she is still capable of feeling it. And men typically respond to signal 3 by being nicer, more attentive, more helpful, more expressive of love and appreciation. And all of that is genuinely good, but it feeds safe and seen, but not stirred. And stirred is what is missing. So the signal is she is flat, sexually absent, or creating drama from nowhere. And the message underneath it is she cannot feel your fire. 3 signals, 3 messages, and each one is telling you something specific about what needs to come back. So here's where most men get stuck even after they have identified the signal. They think the answer is a behavioral fix. If safe is gone, I need to be calmer. If seen is gone, I need to listen more. And if stirred is gone, I need to plan something exciting or be more spontaneous. And those behaviors, maybe they can help, but they're not the root answer because the behaviors are downstream of something much deeper. The root answer is always energetic. You can sit across from her and nod while she talks, and she will still not feel seen. Because seen is not produced by the behavior of listening. It is produced by specific energies that make her feel genuinely perceived. You can go on a romantic weekend away and she still will not feel stirred because stirred is not produced by a novel environment. It is produced by specific energies that create the energetic charge in your presence. You can stop arguing and agree with everything that she says, and she still will not feel safe because safe is not produced by the absence of conflict. It is produced by specific energies that create the felt sense of a grounded, unshakable masculine center. The behaviors are just the outer expression of the energy. And if the energy is not there, the behavior is hollow. She feels it as hollow, and hollow behaviors, no matter how well-intentioned, do not build polarity. What rebuilds it is restoring the specific combination of masculine energies that produce each of those 3 feelings. And that is where it gets really, really precise because safe, seen, and stirred each require a different combination of energies. And when you understand what those combinations are, you stop guessing and start actually moving the needle. All right, let me walk you through the 3 energy combinations, one for each feeling that she needs to have restored. Restoring safe equals discipline, connection, and uninhibited desire. Most men assume safe is purely about being calm and steady, but discipline, which is the energy of groundedness, structure, and holding your center under pressure, that is the foundation of it. When you are in your discipline energy, you're not collapsing when she gets emotional. You do not flinch when she tests you. You hold your direction without needing her approval to do so. That steadiness is the bedrock of her sense of safety. But discipline alone without warmth starts to feel cold. It feels like a wall rather than a mountain. This is why connection also has to be present. Connection is the warmth and attunement that tells her, I'm steady and I am also with you. I am not retreating behind my groundedness. I am here, present, and genuinely engaging with you. Now, that combination of solidity and warmth is what makes her feel held rather than managed. And here's the one that surprises most men. uninhibited desire is also part of making her feel safe. When you hide your desire, when you suppress or manage how much you want her, something goes sideways in your entire dynamic. She picks up on the suppression even if she can't name it. She senses that you are holding something back, and that holding back reads in her nervous system as uncertainty or inauthenticity. It creates a subtle but persistent unease. But when you are uninhibited within yourself, when you are not editing or hiding your desire, when you own it cleanly without apology, it gives her nervous system permission to do the same. She can let go within herself because she can feel that you are not holding back. That authenticity is grounding in a very specific way. It tells her, this man is real. He is not performing, and I know exactly where he stands. So to restore safe, bring your discipline to hold the container, your connection to stay warm and present within that container, and your uninhibited desire so she can feel the authenticity underneath everything. Restoring seen, passion, depth, and connection. Seen is the feeling that you genuinely perceive her, not just her surface, not just her role, but actually like getting her inner world. Passion is the first energy that makes this possible. Passion is warmth and genuine appreciation. When you look at her and she can feel that you delight in her, not just as a partner, but as a woman, she opens just ever so slightly. Passion signals that your attention is not neutral. It is warm, it is engaged, it is interested. That warmth is what makes your perception feel like a gift rather than a surveillance, right? So the next one is depth, and depth is what takes that warmth beneath the surface. Depth is the energy of genuine perception and insight. It is the quality of attention that notices what she hasn't said yet, that reads the shift in her energy before she has put it into words, that asks the question that gets to what she is actually feeling rather than what she is presenting. When she experiences your depth, she feels truly witnessed, not just heard, but actually seen by someone capable of perceiving her at a real level. And connection is what keeps it from becoming analysis. Connection is the open warmth that lets her feel you receiving her, not just observing her. When all three of these are present together, passion making your attention warm, depth making it genuinely perceptive, and connection making it feel safe to be received, she stops withdrawing. She starts to share again, because sharing feels like it actually lands somewhere when you're in this energy. So to restore seen, bring your passion so your attention has genuine warmth. Bring your depth so it goes beneath the surface, and bring your connection so she feels genuinely met and not just observed. Restoring stirred. That includes passion, playfulness, and uninhibited desire. Stirred is the fire, the electric charge, the thing that takes her from loving you to wanting you. Passion shows up again here, but in a different way than it did before in seen. In seen, passion is warm appreciation. In stirred, passion becomes more active, more expressive, more direct, like the lover. It is the energy that says, I am genuinely moved by you, not just fond of you, or not just comfortable with you, actually moved. When she can feel that quality in you, something responds in her body that warmth and affection alone never really produces. Playfulness, which is the next integral part of that, is really the energy that breaks the trance of routine. Long-term relationships develop a rhythm, and a rhythm becomes predictable, and predictability kills the spark. Playfulness disrupts that rhythm in ways that feel alive rather than threatening. The unexpected tease, the look that has a little heat underneath it, the moment of mischief that reminds her there's still something in you that does not need permission to come out. Playfulness says, I have not been completely domesticated. There is still something here, and it's worth chasing. And uninhibited desire is the direct expression of wanting her. Not warmth, not playfulness, actual desire, owned cleanly and without apology. When a man suppresses his desire, trying to be respectful or not wanting to pressure her, the result is the opposite of what he intends. She does not feel protected from his desire. She stops feeling desired. And a woman who does not feel desired cannot feel stirred. When uninhibited desire is present and authentic, she can feel that you want her in a way that is real and direct. That is what her body is actually responding to when it wakes up. Not the technique, not the gesture, the genuine, unedited desire of a man who wants her and is not hiding it. So to restore stirred, you got to bring passion so she feels genuinely moved by you. Bring your playfulness to break the pattern and remind her there is still fire in you, and your uninhibited desire so she can feel herself being wanted in a way that is completely real. The Polarity Drain Diagnosis gives you the signal. The energy combinations give you the restoration. And the combination of those two things turns a confusing, painful situation into something that you can actually work with. You're not at the mercy of some kind of feminine mystery. You're dealing with a specific, understandable, solvable problem. So let's bring this together. Polarity drain is not low libido and it's not incompatibility. It is the collapse of the energetic charge between you, and it is completely diagnosable. First is signal 1, which is safe, gone cold. This is when she becomes controlling, anxious, or emotionally volatile. The message is she cannot feel your ground. The energies that restore it are discipline to hold the container, connection to stay warm and present within it, an uninhibited desire. So your authenticity gives her nervous system permission to relax. Signal 2 is seen, gone dark. She emotionally withdraws. She goes quiet or tells you she feels alone when she is with you. And the message is she cannot feel herself in your attention. The energies that restore it are passion, so your attention carries genuine warmth, depth, so it goes beneath the surface to what she has not said yet, and connection, so she feels genuinely received rather than just observed. And signal 3 is stirred, gone flat. The sex drops away. She goes through the motions without being truly present, and she creates drama that does not seem to have any kind of cause. And the message is she cannot feel your fire. And the energies that restore it are passion, so she feels genuinely moved by her effect on you. Playfulness to break the routine and remind her there is still something alive and unpredictable in you. An uninhibited desire, so she can feel herself being wanted in a way that is completely real and unedited. And the key insight underneath all of it, the solution is never just a behavioral fix. It is restoring the specific combination of masculine energies that each feeling requires. Now, what we covered today gives you the diagnostic framework and the energy map that addresses each signal. But these 7 energies, passion, depth, connection, discipline, uninhibited desire, playfulness, and leadership, are part of a complete system. Understanding how they interact, which ones you are currently strongest in, and which ones have faded, and how to start bringing them back in real daily movements and moments is what takes this from something that you think about to something that actually changes the dynamic in your relationship. Now, I put together a free training video called Her Primal Desire Code over at elevatedlover.com, and it walks you through all 7 of those energies in detail, and it shows you exactly how each one connects to what she needs to feel and gives you a clear picture of exactly where to focus to start reversing the polarity drain in your relationship. And it's completely free to watch, so go to elevatedlover.com, watch that training now. The link is in the description below. And if this video connected with something real for you, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps this channel reach more men who are sitting in exactly the situation you just watched me describe. And make sure that you're subscribed because we have a lot more coming up on how to understand her, how to show up with masculine energy, and how to build the kind of relationship where desire does not die. And leave me a comment below and tell me which signal resonated most with you. I read all the comments and I want to see what you have to say, and I will see you in the next video.